All right. What's going on, y'all? This is your man, Brother Devin, and tonight we're going to be doing our lecture on, we're going to be doing our
I don't know that one.
artificial intelligence. No, we're not going to be doing a lecture on artificial intelligence, but, all right. Tonight's lecture is exposing Christianity, or Christianity Exposed Part 1. Um, the, the white American version. Part 2 is gonna be for us brothers and sisters, alright? Now, the thing you have to understand about Brother Devin, before we begin, the thing you have to understand about Brother Devin is that uh, he was brought up under, excuse me, he was brought up under the lecturers known as Bobby Hemmett and Brother Panic. So, what I need all of my audience to understand, white and black, all right, or other races, what I need y'all to understand is I'm gonna be talking a lot of sass through most of my metaphysical and occult lectures. All right, so if I so when and if I start cussing, be prepared for that, because when I want to let you know that when I cuss, I joke a lot, and sometimes depending on uh the 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 topic of and sometimes depending on the topic of the discussion or the subject, I I might be serious. Okay, it depends. All right. And another thing that you have to be aware of about Brother Devin is I stutter, similar to Bobby. Okay, so I want to let y'all know this before we begin the lecture. Just because I stutter, don't mean that I'm lying. All right, I have a bit of a speech issue, and that's something I gotta work on. All right, so don't judge it. So don't judge it, brother. All right. Now I'm gonna talk my sass, but I'm gonna make white people aware, especially Satanists. This is part one of the lecture, and I'm not gonna use the N word uh, in in part one. Maybe part two. So if some of you white folks are if 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 some of you, if not most of you, white folks are N word sensitive, I I promise I'm not gonna do it in part one. But part two, I'm going all the way. I'm going all the way with my sass, mother suckers. All right. All right. So let's get started. And one more thing, I will put my email and cash app towards the end of this this lecture. Actually, towards the end of each and every lecture that I put out. Even um, I might even do that in some spiritual blogs. Not all the time, but sometimes. But mostly you'll see my Cash App, my email, and my Rumble uh, during the lecture periods when I start doing lectures. Okay, all right, let's get started. Excuse me. Before we begin, I want to pull up a. I want to pull up my circle of knowledge. Yeah, I want to pull up my circle of knowledge paper. It shouldn't be that hard to find. There we go. All right, here we go. The circle of knowledge goes like this. The space inside this circle represents my realm of... Oh, before I forget, the information that I'm going to be presenting to you is brought to you by Joy of Satan Ministries. Now, to my black audience out there, I want to say that the information that I'll be bringing to you in part one is not necessarily information that's of my own. To both my black, white, and other audience, I joined the Joy of Satan Ministries about August of 2021. So that was 3 years ago. Yes, I understand that when you log on to certain sections of the website, you will see you will see Adolf Hitler support. Even they even support Nazis. However, I didn't go there for that. Although I do have a positive point of view about Adolf Hitler. It doesn't mean that that doesn't mean I support Nazism. So I don't want people trying to take this video, chop it, and edit it, and say that I support Nazis, because that's not what I do this for. My job is to remind you of things you already know and teach you what you don't. And I was also sent here and put here to present to you and teach you information that your behind might not be aware of. All right? Shout out to my spiritual Satanists out there, from the Joy of Satan to other spiritual to other theistic satanic groups out there. I want to give a Hail Satan to you all out there. Okay? All right. I love y'all. Both satanic and non-satanic. So, and I love my African Kemetic community. All right, I love y'all too. All right, let's get started. The space inside this circle represents my realm of knowledge. All that I think I know about whatever I think I know is depicted within this circle. I must keep in mind that there is more to know than what is within the circumference of my awareness. That means I'm about to, this is for my black folks out there, and possibly even white. This means that I'm about to tell you something that's outside of your circumference of awareness, or better yet, I'm going to tell you something that may contradict or conflict your belief paradigm. So if you get uncomfortable, all I can tell you is stay within your circle of circumference of awareness. Hold your circle up. Take two fingers and make a circle, and be aware that the information. Excuse me. Be aware that the information that I'm about to present to you is different. All right. Okay. So keep that in mind. All right. Okay. Even though I just broke this down to you, I keep forgetting about this part. Even though I just broke what the circle of knowledge is, I'm just gonna read this to you, just in case y'all can't, just in case some of y'all jokers can't get past my stuttering and you don't understand what I'm clearly saying. Let me read it to those of y'all anyway. All right. Okay. It says, this means that my job as a teacher is to remind you of things that you may already know and teach you the knowledge that you don't know. And if you feel that I'm wrong, don't take what I'm saying as the truth. Research it for yourself before believing and accepting. Remember to respect your own intellectual dignity, and that whatever information that I share with you, to please write it down, so that if you perceive that the information that you have learned before is deemed to you as invalid or incorrect, you have new information to take into perspective. And remember this, y'all. Only a fool rejects what they do not know. How can you challenge something you have no knowledge of, all right? That's like a person saying they know what calculus is. Really haven't, they really haven't learned the study of calculus, and the best thing that they can do is know how to spell calculus. Learn the subject of what you're getting into before you talk about something. Okay. All right. Moving forward. This is also my job as a spiritual teacher. It says those of us, i.e., teachers, this is basically saying that we are responsible for cultivating, understand, okay, those of us, i.e. teachers who are, let me read this properly. Those of us, i.e. teachers who are responsible for cultivating understanding of others, are obligated to collect all available information on a given subject and to organize that information into a system of thought that is practical and applicable if we are to meet the needs of those who are wearing the concrete issues of religious and doctrinal thought. Okay? Now, I want to tell you something. Sometimes when I lecture, I might not be able to present physical. I'm whoops. I might not be able to present physical evidence. I might not. Sometimes I might not be able to present physical and tangible evidence. Some information that I receive from the cosmos is downloaded or already installed within my infinite computer, or I should say eternal computer. Some of the information that I may present to y'all may come from my eternal / esoteric computer. All right, not every piece of information that I present to you on this channel is going to be presentable, tangible evidence. All I can tell you is when it comes down to that, just listen to the channels that are being in the near future. I want y'all to listen to some of the channels that are being presented to you. Write down and take what you need, and just do the best that you can with it, because not all of the information that I share with you is going to be tangible. Some of it is, and some of it isn't. I also want to make mention that some of the information that I present to you may be anti-Semitic. So when I present those when I present those videos, I have a site and a link that I'll take you to, and I'll present that towards the end of this video and future videos based on anti-Semitic subjects. All right, let's continue. All right, this other part tells you what my job is as a metaphysical and occult teacher. I'm not really touching on metaphysics today or the upcoming week. The subject we're going to be focusing on tonight is going to be based on history, but this is just saying that my job as a metaphysical teacher, my job as a metaphysical and occult teacher, let me say that again. My job as a metaphysical and occult teacher is to teach you and show you a reality that allows you to see things beyond your physical limitations and allow you to see the 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 hidden reality, the hidden reality, or the hidden meanings behind your hidden, aka your light and dark subconscious mind, as an occult science teacher and practitioner. Okay, that's all that this means. I would go further into it, but it will be too long of a video. All right. Now this next part is what I really want to get into. It says, remember this: when you have been told so many lies on top of each other over the centuries, that telling the truth about one of your early foundational lies would unravel all the lies that have been defensively piled on top of it, thus exposing you for what you truly are. You have no choice but to continue to lie. That means it basically means when you're taught a lie and you constantly believe that lie, no matter how many times you might be told the truth of something, as long as you believe that lie, family, you're gonna always continue to lie. All right. Let's read this next and final part of this. When your ability to maintain your control over another's reality is based on the lies about what you are and who they are, you can never tell the truth. This is from Dr. Ray Higgins. All right. He is a spiritual teacher, and he is the chief elder of the TAVOCC, which stands for the African the African Village and the African Village and Cultural Center of Atlanta, Georgia. There's actually a few other locations other than Atlanta, Georgia. He also has a YouTube channel. Just type in Dr. Ray Higgins, and he has some very valid information, and his information is mainly for Black folks who are Christian, okay, and either want to come out of the Christian programming, or it don't have to be just that. They might the Black Christian man or woman might have an interest in learning something new, okay? All right, and I'm just gonna read this last part for the sake of it. This says, when my faith does not line up with the facts, I need to get rid of the faith. And this is also from Dr. Ray Higgins. All right. That's it on that. Now, let's get to the nitty gritty. Okay. All right. Exposing Christianity. Now, again, this is from Joy of Satan Ministries. Okay. Wait a minute. There is something I do want to add on before we begin. I want to say that the the uh, the two main reasons that I joined Joy of Satan Ministries is because I wanted to further my studies uh, within metaphysics and occultism. So that that's that's one reason I joined Joy of Satan Ministries, and the second and other reason is because their information just looks so interesting to me that when I read it, I felt an emotional attachment to the things that I was learning, and I wanted to join it. So that's the main reason I'm there. Those are the two main reasons that I'm there. Okay, I did it to further my metaphysical and occult studies, and I also did it because that the information that I was learning from from that religious organization was so interesting. I've I just wanted to join, family. All right. So any information that you see hashtag from Joy of Satan, just know that it is their information. Okay. And part two, I'm gonna be using a little bit more of Joy of Satan Ministries info, and this message is for my black people. And part two of Exposing Christianity, I'm also going to be using some of their information in part two. Is just going to be my own research and findings that I'll be presenting. You know, not just Joy of Satan's. Okay. So yes, I am a spiritual. I am a black spiritual Satanist, aka black satanic theist. All right, and don't worry, I'm still comedic. I'm still into metaphysics. I'm still into occult knowledge and science, and I'm still into galactic awareness as well as galactic humanity. I'm not going anywhere. I just wanted to add on to the things that I might not be aware of, or I'm already learning. If you get what I'm saying, okay. I wanted to I wanted to increase my knowledge on the things that I already know and add more knowledge to the things I don't. And Joy of Satan Ministries happens to be one of those places that I went to. All right. Okay. And shout out to High Priest Hooded Cobra, as well as High Priestess Maxine Detrich, excuse me, and shout out to uh, High Priestess Lydia. Shout out to her too. So shout out to those three of Joy of Satan Ministries, and another. I want to give another quick shout out to High Priestess Shannon of Joy of Satan Ministries. Okay. All right. Give me 1 minute, y'all, before we get started. I gotta turn off my low power mode. Hold on. All right. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to do that. I didn't want to cut the screen record off. Okay, let's continue. All right, exposing Christianity because of being. Remember, to those that are new to this information, please stay within your circumference of awareness. Okay, exposing Christianity because of being steeped in, believing in, and living a lie in the advanced stages of Christianity. The Christian takes on an artificial appearance and to look begins to look like the lie. The well-known pasty look with the smiley mask. If you look on Google, there's an image of white. There's an image of Jesus having a painted statue and with a smiley face, and he's got his thumbs up, like, ha, got you, type of look. That's that's what they're referring to. Okay, next part. Excuse me. I say Christians necessarily claim that the devil deceives. The devil deceives. What they fail to see is that everything they accuse the devil of is really the God that they worship, known as Yahweh slash Jehovah. Everything that the Christians accuse the devil of is really of their own God. This is proven in the biblical scriptures. Ashe, excuse me. A murderer and a liar from the beginning. Human hating, he deceiveth all of the nations. The problem is that few people actually really read the Bible. Most just believe what they are told regarding Christianity and the Bible. Few read it and see it. Excuse me. Few read it and see it for what it is for. Even fewer would stop to think or even question that the Bible has numbers. Everything the Bible has been stolen and corrupted with the spiritual knowledge removed. It has been stated that in the end, the truth will come out and many will want to join on at the last minute, but it will be too late for them. Many people, due to being systematically programmed and brainwashed, have misplaced faith. Now, I want to stop for a quick second, and this is for everybody, black and white. What is faith? By psychophilosophical definition, faith is the belief and it's faith by psychophilosophical definition is the belief in unverified thought. So it's so it's basically not non-tangible evidence that you have no wherewithal of. How can you believe in something you can't see? It would be like a hen. It would be like a hen running around with its head cut off, and telling people the hen is still alive after you cut the hen's head off, right? That doesn't make sense. Now, does it? All right. Most people due to being systematically programmed and brainwashed have misplaced faith. Do what they're told and do not question. To fully understand and to prove Christianity is a hoax, one must have personal experience in the powers of the mind and soul and do years of extensive research. This is all beyond the average person. All swindlies and scams must have one very important factor for them to succeed: the faith, which will be the faith of the victims. That means that in order for them, that simply means that in order for them to convince you that what Christians believe is true, they have to tell you that you're lost and you're a sinner. And a sinner by psychophilosophical definition is a slave. So in order for a Christian to tell you that you belong to Jesus Christ and he loves you, they they have to make you believe that you're you're lost and you have no knowledge about the world or anything else that that you may be believing during that moment in time. Okay, and I want to say this early. Watch out for those types. Do not let anybody proselytize, which means to convince, and do not allow anybody to in indoctrinate you on what you're on what you believe now. Okay, hold on a minute, y'all. I'm gonna take a quick 2 minute break and then we're gonna continue.